Number 16. First day, right out. Number 2.
Well, welcome back once again as we have another interesting battle for you as we stay in the sister isle of Tobago. Goodwood in the blue and black outfits against Signal Hill Secondary, and they of course in their green tops, and this one is expected to be an interesting one indeed. Signal Hill for many years the pride of Tobago, and but they've kind of lost that title in recent years. When you think that Speyside is the only Tobago team in the Premier Division this year, Signal Hill no doubt will be hoping to join them there and kind of get back to their glory days. When you consider that when secondary schools were introduced to the what was formerly the Colleges League from in 1964, the secondary schools in the 1970s, and so they came into being when the government built a number of secondary schools, and among the ones that benefited from that would be the likes of Malik, that came on and dominated, Arima, St. Augustine, and of course in Tobago, Signal Hill, with the likes of Dwight York and Wendell Moore and Calvin Hutchinson and a host of others who really came to the fore in wearing the Signal Hill colors, and of course with Bertil Sinclair directing proceedings, they really established themselves. In fact, if you were to take proceedings up until say 2014 or so, Signal Hill would have been among the winningest. Here's the whistle to start proceedings in this one. As Goodwood kicking things off, they're going from left to right, trying to strike early and hoping to put pressure on Signal Hill. They're more celebrated rivals, if you want to call it that, in Tobago. And in that period, between 1964 to say 2014, Signal Hill would have won 14 titles, 4 league titles in 84, 87, 88, and 98. And this time they on defense now as they get the ball back to goalkeeper Warner, Kareem Warner, and Orlando Jack in attendance there in the middle of the park there. Jaden Richardson controlling up, very good, losing out, and then they give it right back, but spinning with it there's Kalon James, a very nifty man, goes for the return ball, but offside is the call, so that threat is quickly squashed. And just to think back to those glory days when Signal Hill, almost every year you would hear of Signal Hill, really in terms of Intercol in particular, because the Tobago titles many felt was kind of like a given. They were just a cut above everybody else, but they had 4 league titles, 84, 87, 88 and 98, and 6 Intercol titles to go with that, so they were very prolific indeed. And a Republic Band title in 81, a Sprite title in 82, and in 82, 87, 88, 89, 95, and in 2010 is when they won their Interculture. Here's a lovely cross. The goalkeeper is coming, and he's in some problems there. In fact, the ball goes over, and it goes in. It goes over his head, and it goes in. It really looked like an innocuous cross ball to begin with from Israel Trim, and then the goalkeeper made a meal of it. So in the 2nd minute of play, Signal Hill on the boards, Israel Trim the goal scorer. And the goalkeeper, Nathaniel Williams, really got fooled. Maybe the wind just took the ball, just kind of sailed on him. He was struggling to get back, and even though he got back, got his hands up, the ball still went through his hands and fell behind for the early goal. So a perfect start for Signal Hill. Really just what the doctor ordered for them, and I'm sure they'll be very, very happy with that. And Dominic Marcel will be a happy man right now, but I can't say the same for Ryan Stewart. He'll be hoping that his Goodwood Chargers could put that behind them and settle down and start to play some of what they expected to do. Here they come again, Signal Hill, looking for some movement. They ran into each other and almost give it away, but they get it back, and they still have numbers up there. And the goal scorer, Trim, is there again. Ball played out nicely to the far side. Richardson, still problems here now for them, and a chance. Can he get the shot off? He does, and this time the goalkeeper Williams makes the save, but it was a tight angle there for Emmanuel Wright, and nevertheless he made the save, but the ball still went over the line, says the official. So it's going to be a corner kick to Signal Hill. They're already up by 1-0, and this game is playing at the ground named after Bertil Sinclair. Has the ball played in, headed away, and good defensive header there as well. Just trying to make sure Jaffa David not wanting the ball to get too close to his goal, so he played in here now. They're going to play this one short. An opportunity here, but again, just trying to maybe do a little too much. He needed to come and control the ball quickly. They pick it up again. Jack plays it over to that far side. They're trying to build quickly. Duglin, and almost giving it away, but controlling it once more is Defoe. He plays the ball in. Only blue shirts there, however, and it's played into touch for a throw in. Signal Hill, though, will keep possession of it. So they're off and running here, and a perfect start for them. And they have good height, good control, but as the ball, is it a foul throw the referee is indicating? It looks like it, because I couldn't see what the referee's assistant flag going off to signal offside. And so it's going to be it is a foul throw, but no, that is a free kick. Let's see what they do now. The ball played up, no real elevation in that one. Probably needed to get under it as quickly as possible. A chance to get the cross ball in by Martin, and Goodwood again not able to get the ball out of their own half safely. Still they're battling for it, though Defoe's stab forward is blocked partially, but it goes over the line, so it's going to be another throw into the men from Signal Hill. And I'm sure Bertil Sinclair, if he's watching this game, would be happy. It's a good, intense start to proceedings. And he's always prided his troops in starting well. And I think the tradition just continues here. You don't want to give the opponents any opportunity to get an advantage on you. Martin trying his best. Now Goodwood trying to at least shake out of their slumber a little bit and try to start putting passes together. Richardson again turns away from the pressure, gets it down to Devines. Devines looking up for some movement, plays the ball forward. That's a big ask for Wright, and he is able to keep it in, but then he takes it over the line, ran out of real estate, and leaves it as a goal kick to Goodwood. 6 minutes gone in this encounter. Good bright start for the Signal Hill outfit. Many of the players who are playing there would probably be part, or playing on both teams, would probably be part of the Sinclair coaching school, and they use this ground as their sort of home base. In fact, they built this field for the coaching school. This is the Bertil Sinclair ground, and so this was built by him, in fact, for the use for, well, I suppose for everybody, but more particularly for his coaching school. Ball played up quickly, and if you look in the distance, you'll see this is where the Chevron racetrack was. Big tackle coming in there, and it should be a free kick, yes. And right in the heart of, in line in center of the field, so that's a good opportunity there for him. And it is a yellow card to Orlando Jack, who just took his man out, and Captain Claret, Justin Claret, sent him tumbling forward, and now they get a free kick. So can Goodwood produce something here? Claret, I'm sure, looks like he's going to take it himself. Standing next to him, maybe thinking about it, is Kalon James, and they're going to try to sort it out, one to see who's going to take it, or who might make the dummy run, or is it going to be John? Here is Claret. He jumps over it, and here's the ball that chips in, but again it goes, the deflection took most of the sting and the pace out of it. No problems there whatsoever for goalkeeper Warner, as he waits for it to come down. If anything, he probably should have attacked it and got it a little bit higher. Most coaches will tell you that. They want them to take it at the highest point. Signal Hill using the extremities of the field as they go forward again, trying to get numbers up. Taylor, and he's trying to go past his man. Can he get it in? And no, it's a little bit too far forward. He was pushing it, and now I'm not sure what he's complaining about. He probably thinks he should have been either awarded a free kick or a corner. Gets neither. Richardson wins it back for Signal Hill. Good 1-2, and still knifing his way forward, still trying to get there. Problems. He's trying to tee it up, and the shot comes, curls, but it curls behind. And a good opportunity again. Emmanuel right there. Good plan, and you could just see Israel Trim there trying to get in. Realize that there are about 3 or 4 defenders there waiting to block his shot. He tries to tee up his teammate, but Wright can't get it on target. In fact, Wright can't get it right. That's probably the best way to put that one, as he had a sniff at goal there. You could see him trying to bend it around the traffic, but it just didn't curl quickly enough for him. Signal Hill, though, are still pressing forward. Richardson again with another beautiful ball played forward. Taylor looking to get something going down that right hand side as they try to file numbers forward. Another opportunity there, but the ball again takes a favorable bounce for goalkeeper Williams, and he's able to come and tidy it up, but he might have just lost a player. Looked like Tariq Clark stays down after that little melee in front of goal there, and the referee quickly goes over and tries to instruct him. In fact, he was hit in the chest with the clearance, and it might have struck him in the solar plexus, and that is what is causing him problems to breathe right now. So the challenge there for him is just to get his breathing right. The referee doing the smart thing, just making sure that he gets some attention, and immediately on the medical personnel getting to him, he's able to sit up, an indication that he could be okay. It's just the wind might have been taken out of him just that little bit. So 1-0 the scoreline here. Israel Trim, second minute item, giving Signal Hill the advantage. And used to be these Signal Hill games would have been played on their home ground or at the Dwight York Stadium. So it's always an interesting thing when they change things around, and certainly it is a good opportunity for them still to play and to perform, to represent the school. They almost give this one away here. Remember, they're down a man and they have to be very careful. That's a bad tackle, and but the referee still allowing them to play, and Alec Richardson does well. He gets possession of it for Signal Hill, and now Goodwood trying to build with it, hoping that Claret could get them going. He's trying to dribble his way through, and then he loses out. Goal scorer Trim settles everybody down, and they're able to bring it out nicely once again. Douglin going down that right hand side as he cuts inside now onto his right foot. That's Martin trying to come onto his left foot, and a quick ball swung in there, but again it's gone behind, so it's going to be a corner kick to Signal Hill this time around. Nobody wants to take the kick, and a little bit belatedly, Dareem Taylor looks like he's going over to do the honors. So he will make the cross here. He has good numbers, yet good height in the area as well, because the big fella Phillips is up there aiming at him. The goalkeeper bats it down, and then while he was going for it, his teammate tries to clear it away, and they give it right back to Signal Hill. They have possession once again. He has a shot this time, bounces in front of the keeper, and he can't keep it in. It goes out for a corner. It sort of hits him on the chest and bounced away from him, and the spin on the ball took it over the line for the corner kick. So again, good thinking, good quick thinking once again from Israel Trim that almost produced the second goal. Here he goes again, and this time it's taken over the line by the defender. They're under some real pressure here now is Khalil Moore and the Goodwood outfit. And this is going to be a free kick. I thought they was going to give the corner, but he's giving a free kick in the process, and the referee is telling him to wait on the whistle before making the kick. A nice opportunity here now for Israel Trim. Can he produce something here? 14 minutes going, they're up by 1-0, looking for a second. And he rolls it across. That's tough, because on this surface it's not going to stay down. Look at how the ball sort of bounces awkwardly, and it's not like an easy bounce. So you really don't want to put your teammates in battle. Richardson, back it goes to Trim. He is looking to turn away from the pressure. Gets it back to Richardson. They're building nicely. They go right side now. It goes over to Douglin. He has the ever-present teammate over there. Ball comes in. The goalkeeper bounces. He just knocks it down, and then he almost gave it away. But luckily for him, there was help looking in the area, and James was back there to force a goal kick. But again, another shot from way out on that far side there from Taylor, and the ball almost ended up as a second chance for Signal Hill, but able to keep coming forward again to win it. And now they're trying to get the handle on it. Goodwood says not this time, as they are able to get it out initially. Another opportunity here for them to run to right, trying to get past this man, having problems doing so, but he gets a throw in. Devines throws it down quickly, and another good, strong challenge coming from behind. They were trying to get it to Trim, the goal scorer. Only this time, the defense was very, very alert and played it into touch. So 1-0 it is. Signal Hill leading Goodwood in this encounter. We're at the Bristol Sinclair ground. Header coming towards goal. The second header is looped up in the air, and then a third clearance, probably not the ideal clearance, takes it away. And they're going to play this one short. Opportunity now for them to, and he tries to take a shot. The ball is bouncing in the area. The goalkeeper thought it was going to go out. The defender played it, and he kept it in play. Again, Richardson trying to get in there. The ball taken away. Everybody's trying to dribble. Claret guilty of trying to run with the ball, but it's a crowded center of the field, and that's probably the worst place to try to run with the ball, because there's so many bodies in there. You can get in your own teammates' way, or at worst a defender or a member of the opposing team able to take it off your boot. A chance to throw it in. Ball thrown in quickly, but they can't keep it, and Devines can't get the handle on the return ball. 1-0. Thrown in quickly, and Israel Trim again wins it back. Now he goes, the ball is played. I don't think that was meant for him. It was an ambitious ball by Taylor, but there's no way that Trim was going to get that, because Trim would have been starting from behind him, and the ball was way too straight. Again, it's played over the line by Martin, and finally they're able to get it back. Defoe, the man in there, he's going to throw it in quickly for Signal Hill. They lead by 1-0, and looking to tack on another one now. They're giving Goodwood no end of worry, pinning them in their own half. This might be a chance now for them to get this one into the Signal Hill penalty area, but even then it doesn't get there. It's intercepted, and it's coming the other way. Richardson on the move once again, but it's intercepted. Devines, and a little bit of a miscontrol there. Israel Trim, the goal scorer, does nicely, gets it back to Richardson. Richardson trying to play it out on that far side where he has support. Martin is out there. Here's Martin, and a good tackle, but unfairly, says the referee. I thought he had played the ball, but he played the man as well, and it's another free kick to Signal Hill. They lead by 1-0. They have a chance to get this one in the area. Let's see what they do. It's nicely floated in there. Defense really making a meal of it. Neither one of them really got control. But I was a little bit surprised none of the attackers actually got in there as well to create more problems for them. But in the end, they have a corner kick to be taken by Wright. He sends it to the back post, the header in, and he scores. Brilliant goal indeed. Nobody was marking him. The big fella came up from behind, and Jediah Phillips with the header on the corner kick from Wright. And in the 19th and the 20th minute there, he is free as a bird, and he makes it 2-0. And all the Goodwood players could do is point fingers at each other, but neither one of them were able to mark Jediah Phillips on that occasion, and he punished them for it.
Let's go, Buffy, let's go, Buffy. Yeah, come on, man, what's up? What's man in the Japan? Take him out. Penalty, ref.
That's a penalty. You come for get 3 now. See my box.
Don't touch nobody.
That's on the chest. That's on the chest.
Really?
Yeah, but that job.
And I go so hard. That thing they bounce so.
Kali or Kali? I'll play 2 hours, okay, miss.
The media want to be today. We talked about them half the
Me, I have dive and put that inside.
So one them.
So I'm fun now.
Alright. So one them dive like how they're fishing.
The school where Dwight you're coming in here. You see the school where Dwight you're coming in here.
Dwight what?
Dwight York.
Remember Dwight?
You fell on the Dwight York Stadium, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he come to school.
hard ball.
Difficult to get off.
The masham, the future, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
Still something.
Bacalhau. Kick it highway. Nice half.
It is Signal Hill 3, Goodwood 0.
Can't mind the next team going down now and these playing they could just look so. You never know.
That was this game ball and go. Huh?
You never know what happen.
Alright? Just walk up by country team and go. What are you going to do for the half now?
Just now. Stay with her. I'm going to talking over his room. Come on. Keep jumping over the ball.
Who?
Keep her on.
But them keep here, what them, I say kick what? Kick him in belly? Keep trying to make sure I'm good in the back.
You get someone head the ball. You jumping over the ball.
I could go down there.
Where you doing?
Movie camera.
No, go on now. When you should think your thing, go on.
Where? About Dr.
So we're back for second half action now, where they have Signal Hill still leading comfortably by 3-0. Goodwood really need something, and they really need to start producing, especially in front of goal. The midfield, though, is where their problem is. They've not really been able to get into the game in any serious way, and as a result, Signal Hill have really dominated proceedings, especially down that right-hand side, where they've been able to get Martin moving very quickly. Here they go. Well, we'll have to start it over again because the referee is not happy. And in fact, they might be making a goalkeeping change. Yes, that's the substitution that they're going to be making. And They've also decided that they're going to make another change as well, because Goodwood have decided that Riquelme Phillips is going to come on to number 5. And their reserve goalkeeper is also going to get a little bit of play. So Williams is going to be substituted as well. It's been a tough afternoon for him so far. So now here comes Signal Hill again as they start driving forward quickly. Richardson goes after this one. Can he keep it in? Tries to anyway, and almost loses it. In fact, he wins a corner kick in the process. Or does he? No, it says the referee's assistant. It's going to be a goal kick to Goodwood. So they have already made 2 substitutions, and Riquelme is on. Claret still driving, still looking to get something going. Goes for the return ball, but again, Trim is very quick, and he picks it out fast enough. Defoe turning, twisting, and now loses out. There is Riquelme Phillips, who's come on, and hopefully can do something in midfield for them. He goes for the return ball, but green shirts are everywhere, and now they're looking to hit on the counter attack. That's a lovely ball played in there, but a little too tight. Martin can't get to that. Too many blue pants and blue shirts rather in the way, and not able to pull it out. Claret does well, turns away from the pressure, and they're certainly trying their best to control things at the back, but they're having a hard time really keeping the green shirts off of them. And there's a big kick there, just wipes his man away, and that is going to be punished, I would imagine, by the officials. Wickham taking no prisoners there, and in fact Smith, who is the guilty party there, just wiped his man away and concedes a free kick. But more importantly, he's given a yellow card, so he now has to be very careful. 47.5 minutes gone now in this encounter. The referee just taking the notes to see who has the cards and the time. Now it's a good ball going towards everybody. The goalkeeper again bobbles the ball, and did it take it out of his hands or no? It just seems as if it's like butterfingers. They just seem to get nervous when the ball is there, and he just dropped this one, and luckily for him it is helped over the line. So it's going to be another corner kick. They take this one short. An opportunity now to get the ball in. That's a long kick at the back post. The volley comes, but it's a little too ambitious, and it goes behind for a goal kick. But you could see him there sizing it up there, right, hoping that it will come down for him, and it didn't. He just kite his effort. But it's all very promising for Signal Hill at the moment. Two men almost getting in each other's way. Eventually the ball is played in, and then the volley came, but it goes to Notes. So Signal Hill leading comfortably here. Can they add a couple more in the second half? They're already up 3-0. Goodwood though would need some kind of assistance here, because they haven't really been able to produce too much. The referee's assistant says Goodwood ball, and everybody kind of backpedals to get into position as play continues here. Signal Hill though finding all the loose balls as they send this one forward. The goalkeeper doesn't come for it, and this is problems again, because he is pinned to his line there and forcing the defenders to have to play that extra ball, And in the end, all they could do is play it into touch for another corner kick. Can they, right, or rather Martin, can he make them pay for this? This is another deep one, a bicycle kick there, and an attempt by Trim, Israel Trim, who scored the first goal, was looking for another one there, but he went for the acrobatics, and it didn't work out in the end. So, can Goodwood at least keep them off the score sheet for the rest of this second half? That's one victory for them. The other one is, can they go to the other end now and score and maybe create a little bit of panic in the Signal Hill defense? So far, they haven't really been able to do that, and this is why, because Signal Hill always seem to be able to find somebody who can take control and produce something by way of passing. Here they are again, Richardson, trying his best, and gets it up there to Martin. Martin's still going with it, trying to dribble 2-3 players. He's still going, trying to go past a fourth one, and then in the end, it's just scrambled away. Anywhere will do, says the defense, and they're waiting to touch for another throw-in. Martin quickly throws it down, goes for the return ball, and he's in an offside position. Just drifted into that offside, but you could see Signal Hill very busy indeed, and willing to do the work. And so this is going to be interesting the rest of the way. Can Goodwood survive this rush by Signal Hill? Ball again played up there. Richardson trying to control it. It hits the referee, plays a 1-2 with the referee, and almost gets it back. Still with possession here. Young Ramsey, the little fella, going up on that right hand side, and then he's just robbed of the ball, and the referee and the big fella probably saying to the ref, well, what am I going to do, ref? He's so small, I can't do anything. If I only stand next to him, I might blow him over. But it's another free kick, says the referee. And Goodwood rather could get a chance to get it into the danger zone, into the penalty area, cause some panic in there. A goal now will be just the tonic that they would need, we would hope. Here's this ball floated in nicely, the header over the bar. Well. And there was Claret running free in the area, got the header off, but he couldn't control it. The goalkeeper didn't come. And if you look at it, here is the free kick. It's a deep one. The goalkeeper didn't come. Claret, though, was as free as a bird, and he couldn't make them pay. And that was probably the best chance of the half for them. Probably the best chance of the game so far for Goodwood. Running into problems here now, because just as they try to bring the ball out to the back, you could just see Goodwood sending the token pressure initially, and then they bring that second line of defense just to try to win the ball in the deep positions. Here is the throw taken by Defoe, and he'll have to do it again. Quickly, he wants to get it upfield, and trying to make sure that they get position. Taylor does well, plays a lovely ball down this right hand side where Martin is in attendance, still going, goes past one, trying to get past another, swings the ball across. Here's a stab at goal wide, and again another golden opportunity coming at that back post there. You could just see them whipping the crosses in and trying to get it away, but not able to do so right. Again, can't get it right on target. So 3-0. Signal Hill. Can they add another one? That's the important thing now for them. Because I think from a coaching standpoint, you want your players to always remain hungry. And this is now the foot race here. Phillips trying to get it back, but he decides safety first and concedes the throw-in, but not leaving anything to chance. So it's a throw-in to Goodwood. 54 minutes gone. They need to hurry up because they don't have much time and they need every minute that they can get, but it seems as if they're going to make a substitution. Here they come quickly now. The ball thrown in, and it looks like Mario Pereira is on for Signal Hill. So Pereira comes on. Signal Hill now with another throw. Jacqueline Defoe, the man hurrying to take it. He decides to throw it short, gets it there to Richardson. Richardson plays the ball inside and battling for it. Doing well is Taylor, still running into trouble though, and can't shake his man. Goes one way, then the next. The referee says play on, and lovely little skill now down the left hand side. They come quickly and turning back onto his right foot. Now he loses out, but the referee says unfairly so, as Defoe just kind of unceremoniously just sent Wickham sprawling. And you can see Wickham, he looks like he's 100 pounds wet. And he just would like rest his hand on him, and he just went crashing to the ground. But it's a free kick to Goodwood. And they need something here now. Can they get a goal? I think that's the important thing now. Kalon James probably will try his luck from there. Maybe curl it in just behind the defense. Here's the ball played up in the air. The blue shirts are trying to get their chance. Ball comes inside, and standing there easy as peasy to tap it in, and a lovely little finish for them. The ball was played away, and you could see the blue shirts all running in there. And then when it came across, right on the doorstep was Michael Walton, and he was there to tap it in the 57th minute of play. So Walton, with his tap-in, cuts the deficit to 3-1 now, and that's probably just what Goodwood wanted, to get themselves back in this game in a positive way. Of course, Signal Hill might now be even doubly determined to make sure that they don't get another one, and that they themselves could score maybe another 2 or 3. Quickly now to Richardson. Looking for some movement, has it out on this right hand side by Defoe. The passer is intercepted. Defoe trying to win it back, he does. And they start to build. Phillip again, a little errant pass. A good spell here now for Goodwood. Opportunity to shoot, and then the ball is taken away quickly by Jack, who is coming across and just read the play well. Got the tackle in and took it away from him. And it looks like Emmanuel Wright has gone off, probably injured as well, and replaced by Pereira. So 3-1 it is, and it's a bumpy field. When you consider we've seen fields even in Tobago that are very wet and difficult to play on, this field is the opposite. This field seems dry, but it seems bumpy. And the ball just isn't coming down for them. And once it bounces, it takes its time to come back down. So as a defense, you don't want the ball to bounce because that allows the strikers and the midfielders to get under it. However, another free kick now, and Phillips is the man charging forward. Jediah Phillips looking for his second goal. This time he spreads it wide, and the referee is probably not ready for the free kick to be taken, so they'll have to do it all over again, not for the first time. But he was playing it wide for Defoe, who couldn't control it. So luckily, they will do it all over again. A free kick to Signal Hill. They lead by 3-1. Michael Walton making it 3-1. It was 3-0 up until the half. And a couple minutes into the second half. The referee now trying to make sure that the wall is where it's supposed to be. And he is ensuring that it is. And Phillips has been brought back. So one Phillip is going to kick, and one Phillip is the lone man in the wall. Here is the ball floated in towards the goal, but it's way over, really wasted. Nothing, no challenge there at all, because you have a goalkeeper who looks like it's a outfield player who is standing in the goal, and you don't even test him. And that's kind of like the travesty of plays like that. You really wanted to give yourself the best chance of possibly scoring as many goals as possible. That's a good kick upfield, and again Phillips is there with the timely interception. Claret can control it, and doing well is Defoe to get the handle on it. Now is another opportunity, a shot from almost out of nothing, and the goalkeeper was scrambling back there because Warner didn't know where his goal was, and you could just see Phillips taking a shot from almost out of nothing, and the ball just kind of sat up in the air and was curling, and the goalkeeper really didn't know where he was on the field in relation to the ball and in relation to the goal, and he just crashed into that post. Might have actually hurt himself. Kareem Warner down and in some discomfort. You can see them applying the ice on it, but certainly it turned out that he didn't really need to make the scramble back there, but he couldn't tell where exactly his goal was as the ball was beginning to curl back towards goal. And he's down for some treatment there. The referee, though, is right there ensuring that everything is going according to plan and that he's getting the right kind of treatment. A little bit of ice, a little bit of magic spray, I would imagine. That would do the trick. And a little massage, because they're working on that hip area. Might have just struck the post as he was scrambling back there to make sure that the ball doesn't go in the goal. So I suppose all eyes are on him, because as far as Signal Hill is concerned, they don't want to lose their first choice goalkeeper. But he seems to be A-OK. He seems to be able to continue. I'm not sure if this is an official, a parent, or I'm not sure, a teacher at school. I'm definitely not sure, but for all intents and purposes, pretty much in the midst of everything. And it looks as if Warner is going to continue after getting some treatment. A little bit of ice and a little bit of spray. But again, I'm not quite sure why he felt the need to have to scramble back there, although the ball was curling. I don't know if he absolutely needed to get back there and scramble back in such a fashion to the point where he actually hurt himself trying to get back, and safeguard the goal. But it's going to be a goal kick to Signal Hill. Should Warner be able to continue? But he seems to be okay, although he looks a little bit labored at the moment. Still flexing, stretching, trying to make sure that he and then he decides against playing the ball, and now he leaves it for Phillip to hit it upfield. for him. Originally they would pass the ball out of the back. This time they decide to go long with it. And this could be working out for them. It's a lovely ball played inside, still trying to get in there and almost getting the handle on it. But now they're able to bring it forward. Douglin with the early ball forward. It's going to fall to Richardson. He too plays a nice little ball inside. Trim still trying to get the handle on it. And it's eventually taken away. And Phillips is coming the other way for Goodwood. The ball again not being controlled in the middle of the park, and they're just giving it away from time to time. Both teams guilty. Nice interpassing now. Trim, the goal scorer, plays a little ball down that left hand side, trying to maybe tee up his man, getting Pereira involved. The ball crossed in, and Pereira not able to, the goalkeeper not able to come for it. Pereira now trying to scramble it away, and still they can't get it out of harm's way. And just people, legs, everybody just having a kick, and the ball just not being cleared properly. Here they go again. They get another chance to get it up over the half line. Smith, or rather Phillips, with the back heel. Claret trying to turn and runs into problems there, because now he's still going, shakes off one man, shakes off a second, and luckily for him, the players seem to be way in advance. It might have been offside, but this is a handle ball. Ball played quickly, still going again with a Trim, going forward. Can he get the shot off? Gets it over there to Martin. Martin back to Trim it goes. He's trying to get back on that right foot, got the shot off, but also probably kicked the defender's legs in the process, and it goes to Notes, but it's back with Signal Hill. Ball thrown in and flicked on nicely. Martin plays a lovely little ball forward and forces them to have to probably come and claim it from the goalkeeper, but he decides against it, and would you believe they're almost giving the ball away to Taylor. It's a one-man battle there. Taylor right in the middle of it all. In fact, it looks like him alone against three defenders, and he almost won the ball back for Signal Hill. Goodwood with the throw, and there you could see the ball, once it's in the air, it creates all sorts of problems, and if you read players well, you might be able to get it to understand where they're going with the ball and when. Here's a lovely overlap, and the ball, if anything, just a little bit delayed, but they still have possession, battling for it over on that far side, and now it's taken over the line. Or is it a free kick, because he was trying to maybe just nibble at it, Pereira, and he conceded a free kick. Ball played up quickly. The control though is not the best, and for no good reason. A tackle that just gives the ball, turns the ball over, and Claret, the guilty man there. So 68 minutes gone, but we had a long stoppage for goalkeeper Warner. We'll see how the referee takes. Here's another ball played in, and again the goalkeeper can't handle it, and for no good reason he drops the ball, and now he's able to get it upfield. Phillips with the header, and a lovely Ramsey plays a great little ball in there to Pereira, trying to battle for it. He gets it back, and actually no, it's won by Phillips. That's who it is. And now they get a free kick, Goodwood, but everything is so almost delayed. You swear they're leading in the game, because they don't seem to have that real urgency about them. So now they get a chance to make the kick. James, Hale on James with the free kick. Let's see what he does. He floats it up inside nicely there, but headed away, and only just the volley though is not a good one, and it goes behind. So another chance there for Goodwood to probably put some pressure on the goalkeeper, maybe see if he could save, but they do that because remember he's injured, and if they can stretch him just a little bit, force him to have to go side to side, you never know. Here is a nice opportunity now, still going, but he loses out. What a tackle. I thought he had taken the ball cleanly, Orlando Jack, but the referee says no, and Kalen James is going to win another free kick for Goodwood. So another opportunity now for them to get one into the area, and look at these substitutions. It's like it's wholesale substitutions. They're going to make 2 quick substitutions. Signal Hill, though, trying to see if they can quickly get it in. Jaden King. And also coming on, it looks like Caleb Christmas. And in addition to that, Kaleem Trim is also going to come on as well. So wholesale changes for Signal Hill once the player is able to get up and resume play. I think eventually we're seeing the departure of, well, he seemed to be doing okay, Kalen James, but now he is getting treatment off the field, and it might just be a little bruise on the knee, a little tweak of the knee there, and that is causing him some discomfort. Here's a chance now for Goodwood again to get the ball into the danger zone, maybe into the area for a header or something. Let's see what he does. With the left foot, he curls it in, but the goalkeeper, Warner, is there and is able to push it away. Here is an attempt at a bicycle kick by Pereira. That goes awry, and Signal Hill now quickly on the counter-attack, trying to push things up quickly. King, as he keeps going, but then he is basically upended in the process, and certainly a jailbreak as the goalkeeper comes to the near post and punches it away. Might actually have struck the post too, and it came back out, and with a quick counter attack, Signal Hill almost got it into the danger zone, into their final third or their offensive third, and it was only just. He's still trying to inch the ball up, inch by inch. I'm not sure how much that will help him, Taylor. But here he is now with the chance at the free kick. Sends this one in, and it's just wide of the marker again. But the goalkeeper just seems very casually to just walk across the goal as if he's playing. But once that ball is played in, the goalkeeper must be reacting to it as quickly as possible. But I'm sure he'll be happy. It's still just a goal kick to Goodwood. Unofficially, 73 minutes gone in this game so far. Signal Hill still up by that 3-1 margin as they try King again down that left-hand side. He seems a very busy man, gets it back. Inside it goes to Douglin. Douglin trying to get the cross in, and Richardson plays it out on the side now. This is where they have problems. Shot, goal! Well, he scored from an acute angle, and that is goal number 4. Really and truly, it's 4-1 now. He got inside of his man, just sort of glided past him, and there was the finish by Defoe. So in the 74th minute of play, it is now 4-1 in favor of Signal Hill. So what a finish by Joachim Defoe. I think he fooled the goalkeeper there, because the keeper probably was expecting the cross across the face of the goal. Instead, he snuck it past him at the near post. And it's a cardinal sin for a goalkeeper to be beaten at his near post like that. But we've seen it happening so many times. that you're not too surprised by it anymore, because you understand it's almost always on. Here is Signal Hill again with another jailbreak as they just send bodies forward and trying their best to win the ball back quickly. And they actually do so. The throw in taken quickly, downfield it goes. They're going to do it again about 10 meters further upfield. Another one thrown in, so they're making progress. Signal Hill though up by 4-1, so they've regained their 3-goal cushion, and not what Goodwood wanted. And there's the little fella Ramsey coming off. He's had a tough afternoon because he's the smallest man on the pitch. Everybody's bigger than him, and all they just need to do is just kind of lean on him, and it causes problems. Here's another one played in. The goalkeeper still not coming for it, and Goodwood taking their time to get the ball out, and here's a shot by Trim that is blocked initially, and they may get a second bite at the cherry though, and but Goodwood doing well, coming on, taking it away and taking it upfield. James, he's dwelling on the ball at the back, and they're really creating problems for themselves until this one is just pushed over the line a little bit carelessly. But did it take a deflection? Yes, it did, and it remains Signal Hill's ball before the goal scorer. With the throw-in, throws it in, gets the return ball, tries to play back the header. They're playing a little bit of head tennis, and Richardson trying to swing it, and that too takes a deflection, so that will be another corner to Signal Hill. They lead by 4-1. Really tightening the screws here on Goodwood. You know, as we were telling you above, when you have that many titles in the bag, invariably you would kind of go down and then you kind of rebuild. But this is the rebuild here for Signal Hill, and they look the part. They look hungry. Here they come again. Defoe's corner at the back post. A lot of green shirts there, but they can't get the handle on it. And then the clearance is spliced off the boot of Javon Smith, it looks like, and it goes behind for another corner, this time on the opposite side. So it's been a tough afternoon for Goodwood. They have a man at the near post. No, he's come off that first post. Here is the corner, swung a little bit behind everyone, and Trim was trying to keep it alive. He does, but eventually it's cleared away. Now a chance for Phillip to have a crack over the bar, and you can see the big fella there smelling blood and really looking to drill this one in, but he got under it and he hit it over the bar, but it had a lot of pace behind it. It would have been interesting to see how the goalkeeper would have dealt with that had that been on target. I think he might have just stood up and watched it go by and make a business decision, as they say, rather than put your hands there and then you don't have any hands for the next game. So that's what they saw when him say a goalkeeper made a business decision. The business was to stay alive and not allow the power of the shot to determine the rest of your season. So Signal Hill now really back in the groove, really pressing here, hoping that they could probably tack on another one, possibly two more, if at all possible. Pereira loses possession and still trying to do it alone, but he wins a free kick. So 4-1 it is, 78 minutes unofficially, but I want to believe we're going to have quite a bit of added on time because of the stoppages that we've had. The goalkeeper and a couple of players have gone down with injuries. Now quickly able to regain possession, and they're on the move again. Signal Hill looking for something now. King with the cross, but the ball is intercepted by James and cleared it up, but luckily for him, Signal Hill almost won it back in their own half, and here they, as the ball crosses half line, they're able to win it back and get possession quickly. King turning, twisting and losing out, but only just. Here's a nice little challenge. Once again, the referee says play on, and players now beginning to run with the ball, which is not ideal under these conditions, especially with so many players in midfield. It's hard to run and get any kind of flow going because you're almost keeping your head down and just trying to dribble the legs that you see in front of you. So Kaleem Trim is on there. He is trying to make sure that he gets full control of proceedings. Jaden Richardson, now they get it out here on this near side. Here's an opportunity for them to probably do something, but good defending this time around. And it goes. Christmas is the man trying to give his team an early Christmas present here by a big win. Ball again through it down, but too tight. Both players getting in each other's way there. They're much too tight. The miscommunication. And they just give it back to Goodwood. But Goodwood must know that time's against them, so they're going to have to really get the ball up into the opponent's half of the field, and more importantly, get it into the back of the net. Here is the clearance, and again it took the deflection off Pereira, and it goes behind. So it's going to be another throw-in to Signal Hill. Everything's going their way right now. And again, I'm almost certain his legs came off the ground while he was releasing that ball. But here they come once more. Not a good pass at all there by Taylor. Pereira. Claret. Goodwood on the move, trying to get Claret going. They really need him to get more and more into the game. And here's another infringement there, because there's good work quickly by Douglin, and sensing danger, they decided against allowing him to pass. And it's played away, but it's played too early, so the referee wants it to be brought back. So we're getting into the final stages of this encounter with Signal Hill seemingly well on their way now to a victory. 82 minutes gone in this game. They are up by 4-1, and Goodwood not able to mount any kind of sustained pressure to keep Signal Hill honest, keep the defenders honest. So they've pretty much had things their own way in this game so far. Here's another free kick, high, deep. It's going to bounce. The goalkeeper's in trouble there. The header down. This time he saves it. Well. You could just see the problems, and I was making that point earlier. Once the ball bounces, it kind of loops and it kind of stays up in the air. It takes a long time to come back down, and there is the goalkeeper. He never had a chance. That ball hit the bar, and luckily for him, it stayed out. And then the header down was straight at him, so he didn't have any problems making the save. So it stays 4-1, but it so could easily have been 5-1 in favor of the Signal Hill outfit. Goodwood battling hard now, trying to come forward, runs into problems there. Here's another tackle, still going. They have problems. Shot coming. The goalkeeper though is going to block it. Again, he can't field it cleanly, and this has been kind of like the norm with him. Both goalkeepers, even the one who was on in the first half, Williams, and now they're having real jitters with the ball, and that is a big man tackle there. He just kind of warded Richardson out of harm's way, and Signal Hill on the move again. Christmas. But he tries to send one inside with the outside of the boot, but he misses out. They still have possession though. Another opportunity, this time King. Can he get the cross in all along the ground? And cleared away by the defense. So it's almost like one-way traffic right now between these two teams. As they give this one back. Good opportunity again for Douglin to go forward, but he is eventually brought down. And that is going to be another yellow card, I should say. And Claret is the man getting the yellow card. So another free kick to Signal Hill. Can they now make something happen from here? Again, you can see the big fella, Jediah Phillips, stepping forward. He's been taking some of these free kicks, and but haven't really been able to do anything with them. Can he finally produce something? He's hit them hard, but some of them he's overhit some of them. And he needs to just kind of take a little bit of the volume off. You know, you hear the word pump up the volume, but he needs to tone down the volume a little bit on some of those kicks that he's making, because he's just overhitting them. So he probably just needs to take a little bit of the volume off and allow the ball to sail and do the work for him. But let's see what he does now. 85 minutes gone unofficially. Signal Hill 4-1 up on Goodwood, and a free kick to Phillips. Jediah Phillips with the free kick. Signal Hill probing, looking for more, trying to get number 5. It's 4-1 now. Here he goes. Finally, this again is up in the edge, deep. The goalkeeper again looks to be panicky, but luckily for him, it's overhit, not for the first time, and that is like a cardinal sin. You at least want to give your teammates a chance at a header or at a shot or something. But when you hit the ball, when you overhit it like that, it just spares the blushes of the goalkeeper and the opposing team. Richardson turning nicely, gets it out of harm's way, but he just seemed to lose the handle on it and they give it away. But here's another little ball stabbed forward. James is back there now, helping out on defense, and it remains at a situation where Signal Hill are cruising at the moment, 4-1, and now they're looking to put the finishing touches on it, maybe avoid some kind of injury, because these tackles are coming thick and fast, and they need to stay out of harm's way. Turning, twisting. Here is another shot played forward, running after it now. Opportunity on the left foot. He slaps it in the back of the net. What a finish that turned out to be by Trim. This time is Kaleem Trim, the substitute, and he drills it home in the 86th minute, in the 87th minute, I should say, and he just hammers it home, and that is all she would. So Kaleem Trim comes off the bench, and he too joins the fun and gets into the scoring. Trim, of course, is a popular name over in the Sister Isle of Tobago, and he's just following in a long line of other Trims who have had outstanding careers as athletes and administrators in Tobago. Here they go again. Watch out how Signal Hill, those green shirts, just kind of, they're hungry. They're just hunting for the ball. And Goodwood plays it upfield, and they give it right back to Signal Hill. Can they move again? They're on the move once more. King tries to play this one in, trying to get it, just kind of bounces behind the back of Trim, the goal scorer. Now Richardson. Still going. Looking for some movement. Plays a lovely little ball down. Again, they can't control it first time. Defoe slaps it back across the middle. It's come back to Richardson. Richardson tries to tee it up, and it may still run for then the cross ball. It's a shot really coming across the face of the goal. That is headed out, but they're not out of the woods yet. Here's another cross, another attempt at the bicycle, and it comes all the way to Defoe. He decides to tee it up again, and this time there's nobody home to take advantage of it, and then they just hit it upfield to no one in particular, and they give it right back to Signal Hill, and they will take advantage. Says thank you very much, and now they're playing a little bit of keep away, and that's a careless ball, because there are so many better options. To just give it away like that is almost sacrilegious. Here's another one played forward, and forcing the Goodwood defenders to have to move out of centre and play all over the back line. Another ball thrown in, another clearance this time. It's going to be going the opposite direction, though Goodwood will get this throw. But unofficially, we enter the last minute of regulation play. and it's 5-1 in favor of Signal Hill. The former champions are looking the part once again. Another ball played forward there. James loses out, and here's a ball played by Taylor. He gets it there to Trim. Kaleem Trim can't control it first time, and the ball is played away and played into touch for another throw-in to Signal Hill. So they continue to lead. Or is it a free kick? It looks like it's going to be a free kick to Goodwood. Played upfield and controlled in the middle of the park, but only just. And the ball is just hammered upfield. Now Goodwood with a chance to a shot, and it's just trickling towards the goalkeeper. You could see the intent there, but he's kicking it from a long way out, and it didn't have any real venom on it or no real pace to beat the goalkeeper. He bolts it out quickly, and they get a chance to get the ball going forward, and it's picked up there by Christmas. Christmas trying to get it forward to Defoe, and it's cleared away. Going to be another throw-in to Signal Hill. And it looks as if Goodwood are getting ready to make a substitution of their own. Jaheem Robley, the little fella, is getting a little 2 minutes, as they say. Sometimes those few minutes can mean the world to these players, because they get into the habit, and it's how you blood new players, new faces. Give them a few minutes here, a few minutes there, and allow them the opportunity to show what they're capable of. Here's another opportunity here now. Can he get the shot off? He's trying to tee up somebody. Now they play it wide. Can they get the cross in? It comes over, but it's behind the goal. And a great opportunity, really and truly. Kaleem Trim needed to get that shot off. From the time he faked one way, and he needed to let fly on the turn with the left foot. But maybe he's not as confident in that left foot as he is in his right, and opted not to go to goal with the left foot shot. Time ticking away here now on Goodwood. We're into the second minute of time added on, and that will be it. That is all she wrote here as the referee has called time on this game, and that will mean a big win for Signal Hill. 5-0, the 5-1 rather, the final score in this encounter, with Trim opening the scoring in the second, Phillips in the 20th, a penalty by Taylor in the 26th made it 3-0 at the half. Goodwood scored one to make it 3-1 in the 57th, Michael Walton, but then Defoe in the 74th, and in the 87th, substitute Kaleem Trim finished the scoring as it ends here. Signal Hill 5, Goodwood 1.